Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Little K Artistry and I'm Little K, and I'm glad that you joined me today. This is my little corner of the art world and I am very happy to have you in it. I appreciate everyone, all of your wonderful comments and for subscribing. Thank you so much. I feel like a broken record here, but I have to just keep saying how amazingly wonderful the subscribers to this channel are. I could not have imagined a month ago where this channel would be right now, or how many just fantastically wonderful subscribers would be watching these videos and commenting, and just it's so uplifting and you're so supportive and sweet. Just thank you again, a million thank yous. I can't thank you enough. I'm just gonna keep doing it. So welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. This might be the first video that you watch of mine. It might not, but if it is, there's a slight disclaimer. I can get a little silly. And if you like silly, then you're probably in the right place. My goal for this channel, first of all, the painting is for me because it's my therapy and I do this every day. I can't imagine not doing it now. Been doing this for a little over, it'll be 2 years in December. And so the painting is for me, the channel is for you. So comments, questions, whatever, put them in the comment section. This channel is for you, so I'm listening to your feedback and doing my very best to learn videography so these will get even better for you and so you can enjoy them even more. My goal for this channel is to provide a safe, fun, enjoyable, relaxing, maybe therapeutic, I don't know, just a space for you all to come and enjoy something beautiful. Ultimately, I want you to feel better when you leave the channel than when you came on. So I want this to be uplifting and supportive and just a bright spot in your day or your week if you only come on once a week. This is something that I feel very passionate about. I have been a life coach. I am still a certified life coach. And that was always my goal with my life coaching as well. When you leave being with me or watching me or being around me, I want you to feel better and be happier than when you came to see me the first time or when we first visited. I want you to leave feeling better and happier. I never like to leave people in a worse position than when I found them. So hopefully I'm able to achieve that with this channel. So today, I hope that you watched 2 videos ago when I did a really cool foggy pour, and it kind of looked like a cavern or a cave or a tunnel. Really cool. It was blue and white and had black in the center. If you haven't seen that one yet, it came out really neat. And it's almost dry. This one, that one I think I used 4 colors. This one I'm only using 3. So it's 4 colors and my foggy mix. Incidentally, I'll put it in the description of the video below. But if you're looking for the recipe for my foggy mix, it's very similar to a cloud mix. It just mixes more with the paints, with the colors, so it makes it look more like fog than actual puffy, billowy clouds. And it really all depends on the look that you're going for. I still use the cloud mixes from a number of the painters, the artists that I follow. I still use some of their cloudy mixes or foggy mixes, but I wanted to tweak it a little bit to get the look that I was looking for, which is more of a fog. So some of you say that you like it, some of you prefer the clouds. It's totally your preference. But the foggy mix is back in video 65, I think it was, that I posted my mix and what I use to create. This is my white foggy mix. And incidentally, I'm not sure if I say it in the video or not. I can't remember because it was a few videos ago, but you can mix color with this. So if you want a different color fog than what you have in your painting, you can mix colors because this is just white. But what I love about it is that it's thin enough and the mix is such that it does blend with the paints in your painting. So instead of getting those bright white puffy clouds, you get foggy. And you'll see when Hopefully this one will come out good too. I don't know. So I am reusing a canvas. This was a failed bloom. You can probably see the petals. I just did not like the way that it came out. So I put some gesso on this and I've let it dry. It's dried for several days now. And now I'm gonna do a foggy pour on it. I'm only using, like I said, I'm using 3 colors this time with my foggy mix, and I'm doing the same thing, pretty much the same thing that I did last time. My colors are a little bit darker, so I'm not really sure how this is gonna turn out, but I guess we'll see as we get pouring. And I'll put the colors that I'm using in the description below. All these colors are Amsterdam. For whatever reason, they're working really well with my foggy mix, so I'm sticking with the Amsterdams. Before I get to the painting and filling the cup and show you how to do that, I do want to run down my list of subscriber states and countries, because it's growing and it is amazingly fantastic. I can't even tell you how blown away I am that we have so many awesome states in the US represented. I think 28 now, I can't remember, and 21 or 22 different countries. So very cool. And if I missed you, or if I didn't get a chance to say you on, because I have my list and my little cheat sheet down below the camera here, and if I missed you, if I didn't say your country or your state, please comment, give a shout out from where in the world that you're watching, and I will add you to the next video. So we've got in the US, actually, you know what, I'm starting with countries this time, because I always start in the US. I'm going to start around the world. So we've got Australia and Belgium, Brazil, Canada, France, Germany, Holland, Hungary, India, Israel, Italy, Jordan, the Netherlands, North Wales, Norway, Scotland, Sicily, Slovenia, South Africa, Spain, Sweden, the UAE, and the United Kingdom. I also think we have Costa Rica in there, and I don't see them on my list. But welcome Costa Rica, because Nate Bright Art was following, and I think Nate Bright is in Costa Rica. And then in the US, the states, Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, which is my neighbors down to the south a little bit, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, which is where I hail from. I'm currently in southern Maine. Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, Montana, New Mexico, New York, North Dakota, North Carolina, Nebraska, Ohio, Oregon, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia. And you know what? I don't see New Hampshire on my list. And New Hampshire's here too. And they're our direct neighbors. So welcome to New Hampshire. I need to update my list. Okay, welcome to everyone. I thank you so, so much. If you have not subscribed yet, please do share the content, make a comment. I do answer all of them. I might not do it right away. Sometimes it takes me a day or two. But I am going on every day and looking at the comments and answering them, even if it's just to say hi or thank you or put a little heart or a little smiley face, just to let you know that I see you. And if you're answering or writing a comment, I hear you. Well, I guess it's I see you too, because I'm reading it. But anyway, moving on. Okay, I want to show you how we are going to fill this cup. I'm going to try and duplicate what I did yesterday. But honestly, every time I do this, I end up creating something completely different, and I love it anyway. But I am looking to kind of make that tunnel look. So the center of this painting is going to be darker than the outside edges. However, having said that, I am only using 2 colors, and black and white. So 3 colors, including my foggy mix. My blue color, I believe this is Phthalo. Yeah, this is Phthalo blue from Amsterdam. And this is Naphthol red. So Naphthol red deep, and that's also Amsterdam. And then, of course, just my Oxide black, and then my Lil K foggy mix. Those are the only 4 things that I'm using. However, here's the cool part. I mixed up a little bit of extra of the Oxide black. So these are both Oxide black. This, you'll notice you're not going to see blue or bright red in this painting at all, because I mixed them. Very cool. So typically red and blue make purple, right? Or they make this really gorgeous deep plum, which is like a burgundy plum. I am totally loving this color right now. I had no idea this was going to happen. So then what I did is I mixed the red and the blue, the Naphthol red and the Phthalo blue, and I put quite a bit of the blue in with the red, and I got this gorgeous. Can you guys see that? It's like a plum. I want to I want to drink this. It looks so yummy. It's like deep black raspberry melted ice cream or something. It's making me hungry. Okay, and then I did the same thing with this, but I put less of the blue in it. So it's a little more of a muted red, but it's still a dark red. So it's a little less of the blue. And then this one, because I didn't want, this Naphthol red is really, really bright. It's a bright, bright red. I didn't want it that bright. So I just put a little bit of the blue in this one. So it's still red, but it's just muted. It's not that bright, bright red. So those are the colors that we are going to be messing with on the canvas today. So technically, I only used red, blue, and black. But because I mixed red and blue, I got 3 different shades. So I guess technically I have 4 colors here instead of the 2. 4 colors and then the white. So it's going to be interesting. Anyway, so I'm going to layer the cup. I'm going to try and do what I did yesterday or with my last one. I'm going to see how it goes. So like I said, when I did the last one that I did that looked like a tunnel, I wanted black in the very, very center because I want the center to be dark. So I'm just going to add a little bit, and I think if I remember correctly, I just covered the bottom of the cup last time, and I think I said I was going to put a little bit more in it if I did it again. So I covered the bottom this time and then added a tiny bit more. That's just the Oxide black. Then I'm going to use my darkest of the plum burgundy colors. And remember, if you've watched any of my videos, I typically will layer 2 colors and then I'll put the foggy mix in it. So I poured that black right on the bottom. I didn't drizzle it down the side because I don't want it to go throughout the painting. I want it to be the last one out of the cup. But this plum color, I am going to drizzle down the side because I do want that throughout the painting. So there's the plum. Those are the 2 colors. And now I'm going to put a little bit of the foggy mix in, just a little. And then I'm going to go with the medium color right next to that foggy mix, and then the lighter of the 2. Okay. Then a little bit more of the foggy mix, not very much at all. And then I'm going to go back to the dark, and I think I'm going to do all 3 of them this time. So the dark, the medium, and then the lightest, like that. And then just a tiny bit more of that foggy mix. And then how about we do it backwards this time? So we'll sandwich that foggy mix with the bright red, or that lighter red. And then the medium color. And then that beautiful dark plum. I cannot wait to see. I've never mixed that color before, and I'm so excited to see how it looks. Then I'm going to put a little bit of black just on the very top there. That might mix in a little, which is fine. Okay, then a little puddle of the black. So this is going to be a darker canvas. Just a little bit of a puddle there. And then I think what I'm going to do is spin this just a little bit, see if I can get that spread out a little. There we go. It's a little off center, but that's okay. Let's tip this. Oh my word, you guys. You are not going to believe it. There's a fly in here. How many videos have I done? I'm not happy. I thought I killed him. Apparently he brought all of his friends with him. So this is like a running joke now, Mr. Fly. Not impressed. Okay, just popping the bubbles. Now, like I said in the last video, I'm going to keep sharing this with you because repetition is a convincing argument. Typically, you would pour out where you poured the colors in, but I like to do a 1/4 turn because I want that fog mixture to be throughout the painting. So a 1/4 turn. And I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time. I'm going to start at the top of the painting and then work down a little bit, I think, with the cup. All right, here we go, guys. Here goes nothing or everything. This might end up looking like butt. But you know what I say. If it looks like butt, at least it's going to be pretty butt. Right? I can hear that fly. I'm going to kill him. Thought I did. Okay. I'm going to get a little bit closer to the center of the canvas. And still, that black is just barely, the black has not come out yet. And that's where I want, get really close to the okay, now the black is coming out. There we go. So, first color in is the last color out. And it's definitely, that black is definitely mixing with my reds. So it does not appear as though I'm going to have black in the center of this one. But I don't know. So it was a little nerve-wracking. Ooh, it's pretty in the cup though. Ooh, look at the cup. That reminds me of Harry Potter. I am so... Look at the cup. Are you in the beyond? Anybody a Harry Potter fan? My brain is full of movie quotes, movie lines. I can't help it, guys. Most of my teenage years was spent watching 80s movies. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more of the Oxide black around the outside edge, and then I'm going to just drag it out because I want something, I don't want all this paint to stay in the middle of the canvas. That's why I did a little bit more of the black. I want it to be able to stretch out, and it won't stretch on a dry canvas. It'll just roll over itself, and I'll lose some of the, a lot of the pretty stuff happens on the outside, and I don't want to lose it all because it'll just roll over itself, and then all the pretty stuff could disappear. You better run for your life, Mr. Fly. I get you. All your little friends. I swear, it's like a fly party. It's like they're like, oh yeah, let's go visit little K Artistry. Let's annoy her and buzz around while she's doing a video. I don't think flies talk like that. I don't think flies talk at all. Oh, you guys. I'm so glad that some of you out there appreciate my humor. I hope you do. I'm a very silly person. I can be serious. I have, like I said, I have life coaching certification. I can be serious sometimes when I want to, but I can also be very silly. I feel like life is too short not to giggle. Looks kind of cool even before I stretched it, doesn't it? I think, anyway. Okay, so I'm going to try and pop a few more of the bubbles before I get things moving. So this is good. I wanted this to be darker. We won't really know what it's going to actually look like until I start stretching it and kind of get it to move a little bit, because once it stretches, the few clouds that there are and all that fog will really start to show itself. But it doesn't until it's kind of not real interesting right now. But trust me. Okay, so how do I want to... I'm going to tip it this way first and see if we can get some of that red onto the other. Ooh. That's pretty. So this is going to look entirely different than I expected, because I really thought all that black, oxide black paint that I put in the middle was going to end up in the center of the can, and I honestly don't know where it went. It's not there, which is very interesting. I think it mixed with the foggy mix, and it's really looking very cool. So this was a test. I've never used these colors before. I've never mixed those two, especially in a foggy pour. I have no idea how it's going to look. But so far I'm liking it. So as you guys know, and maybe you don't, so I'm gonna, like I said, repetition is a convincing argument, so I'm just gonna keep saying it in every video. When you stretch your paint on a canvas like this, you want to make sure, if you don't want your clouds or your cells or whatever you're stretching, if you don't want it to look all wonky, then make sure always bring the weight of your paints back to the center of your canvas before you move in another direction. Otherwise, your cells or your clouds or whatever it is that's being formed on your canvas, they're going to look all wonky and typically they get angular and not natural looking. And I like to keep them as round-ish as possible. I think it looks a little more natural. And that's why I try to bring the weight back to the center each time. This is definitely looking different than I anticipated, but very cool. I am liking this. Red isn't something I typically use in my paintings unless it's a very small amount. It's not a color that I'm really comfortable with, but I wanted to try this thinking this might look really neat if we mix the blue and the red, and it is looking really cool. Okay, now we've got this pretty well stretched. Okay, now I think I really like what's going on right here. Not so much with this. I don't know what happened with the black and the center. Not loving that. So what I think I probably am going to do is stretch most, if not all of that off the canvas. I don't know where all that black went. Isn't that weird? It's so weird. I have no idea where it went. Okay, so I'm just going to start tilting this. You might, by virtue of the camera angle, you might not always see what I'm tilting and where it's going, but I'm going to see if I can get something that I like out of this composition, because right now it's not feeling like it's, I don't just want to spin it the way that it is. But there are parts of this that I'm really digging. I was hoping, sort of, with the red palette, color palette, I was hoping to kind of make it look, if I was able to do what I did yesterday, which was looking totally different, I was hoping to get it to look like if you've ever seen a tube in a volcano, an active volcano, I was hoping to get it to kind of look somewhat like a volcanic tube that's full of lava. It's not necessarily looking like that just yet, but we'll see. So I'm not done with it yet. Okay, so I'm going to start going this way. I'm going to tilt a little bit of this off. And then we're going to go back this way with it. See, now that's, I'm really liking this. This is very cool. And there's that deep plum color is showing kind of as a purple. It's beautiful. I was not expecting it to look like this. Okay, so now I'm going to go that way. I don't know if you can see that purple that's right over in this corner by this fog over here. It's a beautiful, deep, just a hint of purple in it. Okay, I'm gonna go like that. And then I'm gonna bring this back. That is really cool. You guys, it's turning out better than I expected. Okay, so I'm not done yet. What do you think of it so far? Funky. Sort of looks like intestines. Very unhappy intestines. These do not look like happy and they're very inflamed. I'm sorry if that grossed anybody out. One thing that, I don't know if I want to admit this or not, but one thing that some of you might not know about me, and some of you are watching are my friends, and you have most likely been aware of this for a while. I like watching, I guess you call it forensic stuff, stories about how like murders are solved and crime scene investigation and forensic stuff. I like the how they discover, find a dead body and trace it back to how it got dead. I don't necessarily like the gross part of it. I mean, I can handle that. And I think I don't know if any of you out there can relate, but at one time in high school, a few years ago, I actually considered for a few minutes, going into forensics and being a pathologist, because I just found it so amazingly interesting that investigators, pathologists, what have you, can just look at a dead body and do tests and find out how it got dead and piece it all back. It's just, to me, it's marvelously interesting. A little gross, but it's so interesting. And some of my favorite shows, actually, Dr. G, Medical Examiner. She's one of my favorites. I used to watch all those. And typically when I have friends over, they're like, what is on your TV right now? It's usually some medical examiner, autopsy, or unsolved mystery, or crime thing, or I don't know if you all can relate. If you watch those, and I'm not the only one who fancies himself an amateur detective, please let me know. Make a comment. Okay, so this is very cool. This is not at all what I was anticipating happening or what was going to end up on the canvas, but I really like it. It's very cool. It's kind of outer worldly. I don't know if you can hear that, but that is a fly on my window, and I'm just so tempted to take my swatter and squash him. I think I am going to keep that little bit of black there because I kind of like that. Okay, I am pretty sure this is done. So this is what I mean by a foggy look. These are not bright white clouds. These are foggy, mixing with the paint colors, cool, funky fog. So that's what my mix does. Well, with these paints anyway, that's what it does. So my foggy mixture and my paints, these are all mixed with my pouring medium that I'll be releasing very soon. I'll be sharing with you all what it is, so that if you want to make this look, if you like this, and you think you want to try and throw some paint on a canvas and have some fun making a mess, like I do every day, then I will give you my recipes and my mixes, and you'll be able to do that as well. Okay, so that's that. I am going to come over there and I'm going to zoom in a little bit after I kill this fly. Let's see if I can do this in one. Oh shoot, he flew away. By the way, I got this at Walmart. These are great. They're like telescoping, so you can, hold on, so you can get them as short or as long as you I swear, he sees me over here with this, and every time I come anywhere near the window to squish him, he flies down behind my painting, so I can't get in. Ha! One swat, that's all it takes. Okay, so I'm gonna come down there, and I'm gonna show you this close up real quick, and then I wanna show you my spinner, the results of my spinner that I did. I haven't shown you the dry results. I sealed it, and I wanna show you guys what that looks like. Let me take my gloves off real quick, hold on. My little Michael Jackson gloves. Okay. Let's zoom in on this and see what we got. What do you guys think? Okay, here we go. Oh my word, look at that. Okay, so what? Oh shoot, I forgot to turn off the overhead light again. What do you guys think? Do I have any red lovers out there? Anybody love the color red? I think this is so very cool. There's a tiny hint of blue in there because of the phthalo blue that I mixed with the red, but it's not real bright red. Except that part up there is kind of bright. But what do you think of that fog? Isn't that the neatest looking thing? That's pretty cool, huh? I like it. I don't know how you guys feel about it. So this was a little bit of a test to see if I could recreate what I did yesterday. Obviously, it looks slightly different. I like it. I think it is super cool. Okay, I want to show you my spinner. I was going to use it today, but I sealed it. It's got 3 coats of sealant on it, and I just think it's too pretty to use. So this is my new spinner, and if you like the spinner that I used, you can go back to my video number 89, and it will show you how I made this. It's a cradled wood canvas and a cake spinner, and then I decided that it needed some color. So I did some abstract cellism on it, and then I sealed it. It has 3 layers of polyacrylic on it, and I really want to use it, but I don't want to use it because it's so pretty. I'm worried I'm just going to get permanent paint on there, and I don't want to. It's so pretty. And I had someone messaged and commented and messaged to me, "Will you sell it?" I don't know how I would ever mail it, so probably not. Anyway, okay, so thank you for hanging out with me and letting me show you my little, I don't know what you call it. It's a little bit of an experiment in my foggy pour and working with some reds and blues. I don't know what do you think? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I think it's very cool. And there's definitely some plum color mixed in. It's very abstract, and I think it's totally I love it. So thank you very much for joining me again. I hope this wasn't too silly and weird, and I apologize for the murdering of the fly. But yeah, it had to be done. I didn't want him walking in my paint. So thank you for joining all around the world. If you didn't hear your state or your country listed, please give me a shout out. Let me know what you think of my painting. Let me know if you think I'm just too silly and really ought to just go back to the music playing and not talk in my videos. Some people have told me that too. But, everyone has an opinion, and everyone's opinion is valid. I might not agree, but that's my opinion. So have a wonderful day. Let me know what you think. I look forward to your comments, and if you have questions, I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you very much for joining me. This is Little K saying, go make the art.